good? What's good? What's good? What's going on with everybody? Currently 10 a.m. East Coast time. Y'all probably ain't gonna see this till noon to 1 o'clock Eastern time, depending on how long it take me. But welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. You did. Oops, great. Today we're gonna take advantage of the YouTube algorithm a little bit because everybody's algorithm is different. So there's always a chance that the shows that pop up for me to check out and watch or whatever, it's not the same as the shows that pop up for you to watch. All depends on what you watch, what you subscribe to, what your thumbs up, all that stuff goes into a pot and YouTube spits out what they think you might want to watch. So we're going to take advantage of my algorithm because it just showed me something that I wish it would have showed me when it first came out. There's nothing good in a good old debate. I like debates. But the video we gonna watch, they debating hip hop from one generation to the other. I think the battle goes millennials versus Gen X. I'm technically a millennial, I think, because millennials is what? From 80 to 89. From 80 to 89. I want to say 80 to 89. But we're going to check this out because I think it's pretty freaking interesting. You already know what it is. If you're smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pour it up. I mean, it's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. But I ain't judging nobody. If you drinking right now, you're going through something. You know what I'm saying? But we grown anyway, so you know what I'm saying? Let's get to the business. Channel, you should be well familiar with Rap Latte. They give us some of the best debates that I've been able to find thus far. I don't understand why I didn't get this episode because I've been watching Rap Latte for a while now. I've been watching Rap Latte since mid battle last year. And this came out after that, I believe. So I don't understand why I didn't get it. But nonetheless, let me throw the ears on. Y'all gonna find this debate interesting. And it might rub some people the wrong way, but I like debates when I can see both sides. So let's get to it.
I have to pull this card out.
Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Come on now. I'm trying to get back to the point. I'm giving you 3 episodes at 30 to 45 minutes each. You know, that's a lot of time spent in this chair. I'm just saying. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So we can go over these things. We can continue to hate Drake together. All types of fun stuff, you know? Got some giveaways coming up, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got a plan of operations. All you gotta do is believe in your boy.
Let me think. Oh, Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay. Well, Jay-Z, fine. Forget you. I won that one too.
No, that's a wash.
That's not a wash. No,
That's a wash.
No, it is not.
That is a wash.
No, it is not.
Are you serious?
It is not a
The
wash.
best rapper alive?
So before they dive into this, take a minute, take a couple seconds, figure out where you stand on this. Lil Wayne versus Jay-Z. I know how I feel. You know, actually, I know how I felt because this is my second time about to watch it, and my The way I had this in my head is starting to change a little bit. And that's cool. That's what debate's supposed to do. You're trying to sway one person to the other side and vice versa. And I think they might really get like, we're gonna let them do their thing, but figure out where you stand on this now. Because the reason I'm saying now is because there's a chance once I hit this button, after hearing the back and forth, you might not feel the same way. I mean, that's cool, and that's cool. I don't think you can go wrong with either. But let's see.
After the best rapper retired,
it's Jay-Z.
Lil Wayne took that title.
Jay-Z has not officially
Who has
retired.
more sons, Jay-Z or Lil Wayne?
Nah, Lil Wayne is Jay-Z's son. Like, what are you talking about?
Who has more sons?
Were they not both on God Did?
Yeah.
And the reason why you don't remember is because you don't remember Lil Wayne's verse. Because fucking Jay-Z did some fucking historical 60.
Before I forget it, how he's making that argument, who got more sons, which I think is kind of accurate. I think you can include that. Look, from me, birthed these MCs. You don't get these MCs without me, which is cool. Because when people had debates about Dr. Dre, that's one of the first things I bring up. It's one of the first things I bring up. Hear what you don't get. Here's why that's dangerous in this instance. Because if we use that as a point or a win for the Lil Wayne side, is it also not a minus? Wasn't Drake under him? Nope, I'm not making this a Drake video. I'm just saying. A lot of the approval or juice that Drake has came from being stamped. He was stamped by Lil Wayne. And you know what I'm saying? And see how where a lot of us feel some type of way about Drake now. Whether it's just from the MC, whether it's just the MC side or Drake overall. Is it still a plus? And again, I'm not making this a Drake video. We about to get up off of him. Pause. Is it still, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to bring that up because I want to make sure when I ask the question again, how everybody feel, y'all been able to take all this into consideration.
Before shit that fucking was like, oh, this nigga is still that nigga.
Wayne is
no
a
way,
wash.
dogs. I went to the number one MC. Are you saying that Lil Wayne is the number one MC ever? No, you are not. You don't even have Lil Wayne number one in your generation because you have Kendrick number one in your generation.
I have Kendrick number one, period. He's the number one. He's better than Jay-Z.
Okay.
Kendrick's number one, period. The point of what I'm trying to say is Lil Wayne holistically, career-wise, 15 years old to 40 years old, still rapping, still at a high level. 15 to 40, only got better. Jay-Z, 27 to 50, however years old, he don't rap no more. He don't rap no more.
He said 27.
That's how old he was. 27 when he started rapping.
When
he put out his first album.
Just a late bloomer. Nothing major. I'm saying y'all trying to get people to draft Tyler Shook in the NFL right now. This man's leaving college at a very late age. This man's played 6 years of college football. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But it's kind of like that same thing with Jay-Z. So
not started rapping.
I think Jay-Z is absolutely an MC who had a very long career with a double-digit number of albums, and the difference to
Name
me
the
at that
years
rate.
That Jay-Z.
difference between doing it for 15 years and doing it 20 years is a wash to me. There is a big difference as we assess hip hop history. How do we assess the guys from the 80s before this was a career, and somebody like Rakim, who's really maybe 2.5 albums, versus somebody from the next generation who it was a career and they made 7 albums, right? How do we compare them? And
easily,
it's tricky.
Easily, the person that made.
No, that's where I be stuck at, because I believe longevity should matter. Longevity should matter. You shouldn't be able to like, hey, I had a hot year. I tore it up. I ran all the spring, summer. I damn near dominated fall. I gave you enough in the wintertime to where you did forget about me, but I wasn't at the top of the charts. And that's my year. Versus somebody who was probably around for like 7-8 years. They might have dominated a summer or two. But in those summer or twos, they were hot. They never had a like this Kendrick thing where like you like run a year. But they had 2 or 3 good summers where that was the first thing you put that on when you got in the car before you went in the reverse to get out that parking spot. You put that shit on. How do we weigh it accurately? They had the same argument with Lauryn Hill, and everybody know Lauryn Hill fire. Now, if you want to hear that argument, I'm gonna pin this in the description. I'm gonna keep playing this for a little bit, but I'm gonna pin this in the description because they have a Lauryn Hill argument amongst a couple of others to where it make you really look at people careers like, yo, I find you absolutely freaking amazing, but I didn't realize you didn't last as long as I thought you did. In my mind, you was just so big, you was just around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check this out. But we gonna let them finish this debate, and then I'm gonna ask the question again. And I'm gonna get my answer. And I'm gonna get up out of here.
Made 7 albums. Washes that other nigga. He made 7 albums.
No, you can't. Just because he made 7 albums doesn't mean
no
you're
good.
DMX
No, I thought we're talking about great albums. No, I'm talking about
he's
great
not better
albums.
than Rakim because he made more.
If you made more great ones, yes. If you made more great albums, I'm talking about great albums.
More great ones, but nobody's fucking with Rakim's debut album. I mean, like, nobody's fucking with that. So,
I think there's a bunch of Kendrick albums that fuck with all of these albums. What are you talking about?
I'll give you that, but now you talking about your number one MC of all time. Like, you know, there's no way that Jay-Z and Lil Wayne are a wash. Jay-Z is absolutely.
Bro, I gotta get a wash on that one.
Versus Lil Wayne.
You keep going. We have my problem with this game. Here's my problem with this game. Let me talk about my problem with this game. You go to one directive when it suits the narrative. You say him as an MC is better than Lil Wayne. What about everything else that has to do with who you are as a character, an MC and rapper in this culture? When it comes to your song making ability, your longevity, your technicality, the fact that your influence. Lil Wayne's influence is stronger than Jay-Z's.
That's insane. No, I don't think Lil Wayne. No, this nigga was the number one MC for many, many, many years.
Who was the number one MC? Name the years, I'll give you my years.
But when I talk to MCs about who's the greatest MC of all time over a long period of time, Jay-Z's name comes up way more often than anybody else. And I know you can corroborate that.
I agree.
A lot of MCs think of this nigga as the number one MC of all time. Wayne is an incredible MC. And I have him in my top 5. And I bet you have him in your top 5.
Of course.
But Jay-Z is my number 1. And I think he's your number 2. So how can Wayne be equal? All the things you're talking about, influence, flows, stage show, the quality of the music, the longevity. Jay's touching touching all those bases.
This battle, though, is not the same as the concept of a top 5, from what I'm understanding. The framing of this battle that we're doing shouldn't be in this framing of a concept of a top 5 in my perspective, because I'm thinking about if we just look at both of their careers and their abilities and then pushing them together, right? But I see what you're saying. I'm just saying that there's things that put Wayne that Wayne has done that Jay-Z has not done. That's what I'm trying to say, which I don't think that he washes Jay-Z in any way.
Whoa.
I just think that all these Lils that came after Jay-Z, the amount of sons that Lil Wayne created, because there's a whole generation that thinks Jay-Z doesn't even deserve to be in the top 10.
On Fiverr, you'll find the top experienced UGC creators that can create content for your brand using pretty much every video trend out.
There's a generation of kids. That
I can't account for the brain damage of some younger folks.
No. There's Jay-Z.
This is why I brought that up. Because if we gonna have to count who you brought as an underling from your camp and how they developed and blossomed, is again, I know how I feel about this dude. But you took part in the creation of what was the monster known as Drake. I'm not saying monster as a good thing. I'm not talking about Monster, the chart killer. Not Monster, the Summer Slayer. He's just a monster to black culture. He walking around, knocking shit over, kicking over buildings. He like Godzilla. Hate that man. So I'd rather keep that out of it. Body of work, how you influence the culture outside of your music, behind the scenes. How did you leave the game? Something that nobody ever talks about. How did you leave the game? Now, granted, Lil Wayne technically still in it. Because he's still generating music. But look at him. Look at him. Y'all saw that lean. He was. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, bro. Technically, Jay-Z's still in the game. How's he still in the game? He ain't still putting out music. But the fact that we continuously get black acts for the Super Bowl halftime show, I don't care how y'all feel about it. That's something. We could be sitting there every Super Bowl looking at Evanescence or Slipknot or right. You think I want to sit there on a good Super Bowl Sunday and watch that? And That count. That count. I'm gonna give you my answer in a minute. But I'm saying, be careful how you artificially put your finger on the scale. We shouldn't do that.
He was number one in everyone's list for a decade. My list, everybody. And then I had to really think about where the culture is going, where rap's going, how it evolved, and be like, Kendrick's number one. And Lil Wayne had to be higher. And I thought about things differently because Andre 3000, as far as me, that's like my favorite. Like MF Doom, Andre 3000, these are my favorites. But best, thinking about culture, I'm like, okay, there's Jay-Z, there's now Kendrick has to be here. Thinking about Tupac, Biggie, Nas.
I can't. I mean, I don't know. I can't. It's just crazy to me.
But why are we not thinking about the entire generation after the millennials? Gen Z will not put Jay-Z at their number one.
I mean, it's
an entire generation.
I mean, they kind of responsible for fucking music up, though. I'm just saying, they kind of responsible for fucking music up. I question if we should have ever openly accepted the bling bling era of hip hop. That era was fucking damaging. It sounded good on them 215. Woo boy. That era got the ladies active too. That's what I think the seeds of the thought era was planted during the bling bling times. That was right when women were starting to openly put it out there. And you know that. You know how we function as men. If you gonna look, you think we about to say no to something like that, that's gonna look, half the work I gotta do normally to catch cool and get some yams for the night is already done because they already active and outside and got it outside, got that thing showing. I think that all of that with a couple other things is what made that era fire. It ain't hard to get men to go along with stuff. I hate to say that about us. It's cool. Players mess up. But yeah, that right there, that killed us. That killed us. That bling bling era killed us. I don't think we weren't thinking about it. We weren't thinking about it. The world was starting to openly accept rap a lot more at that time. Like a lot more. Like that's when you was starting to see rap everywhere. Like you was hearing way more rap segments on radio. That era killed us, bro. That's my opinion, though. We were blindsided by the yams as men, and that music, that high BPM, up tempo type of music. It was getting raunchier. It got the women going, so they loved it. They loved it. If y'all love it, we love it too. Cause y'all, oh man. I could have a whole real conversation about all of that shit.
I don't think that is I don't think that's a decisive argument, or really even means
for wash
anything.
For like a wash, a tie. How is it not?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
Take
this
another
is the
one.
greatest MC of all time.
Take another one.
I will say, for the sake of this argument, I would have probably given him a tie. Because even though I feel the way I feel about that era, about that specific type of music, and what it did, I would say what it did to us. Because it didn't do it for us. It did it to us. We can't tell the story. If we had to sit here and tell the story for every generation, we can't skip that story. Unfortunately, like, it happened. It existed. We accepted it. It turned our women into what they are now. It altered the priorities for men the way it did to where you... Hey, I can get deep on y'all, bro. I think beyond the music. Well, let's let them finish that.
But for your greatest MC of all time.
We did 5, 6, 7, 8. Was that number 9? No, that was number 8.
No,
8,
I don't know.
You started that one.
You should be
counting. That was
counting.
number 8 because you started that one. We got 2 more. I keep it. I'm keeping. You started that one, so that was an even one. So what's the score? That was number 8. 7-2.
You see that score? I'm going to make sure y'all got that score so y'all can see why y'all wanted to hear them other arguments. Look at. Go back and play this. Go back and play this. It's worth watching from beginning to end. Rap, Latte, Torre, King Green. Man, they put together. I don't think they might be able to. Yeah. I'll go as far as to say they're one of the few channels that cover hip hop that can genuinely say you're not going to find another one like this. The closest thing you're going to find to this will be the Company Man. I can't think of other homie name. His name is like Mark something. Or was it Rob Markman or something? I can't think his name. I'm sorry, bro, if I'm messing your name up. That has this type of tempo and vibe. Again, I like to watch stuff that provokes thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna agree, but if you can learn to understand the other side or another perspective of looking at something, these are actual life tools that'll help you in life dealing with things. Now, as far as the argument, so we can wrap this up, I can see why he was saying, yo, it's a tie. But in my opinion, I probably would have took Jay-Z. Here's my argument. If Lil Wayne put out a song right now, and Jay-Z said, fuck it, I'm about to put a song out. In my mind, to me, Jay-Z shit gonna be better than Lil Wayne. That's part one. And again, part two is each of them had a hype. Each of them had the game by the ass, or whatever the phrase is. So we're gonna call that a wash on both sides. Here's what we can't call a wash. When it was time to leave the game, how did you leave it? Now, what we have to take into consideration here is Lil Wayne kind of sort of in it. I don't think he in it. I might be wrong, but I think his Carter album about to be boo-boo. Or it's going to be loaded with features, and that's going to make it hot. But if he do an album where it's primarily him, I think it's gonna be mid. But I take into account things like seeing videos of Wayne all slurred out. And, oh, man. Nobody want to see that. Everything we see right now of Jay-Z, yeah, we can't ignore that little lawsuit thing, but hey, he handled it. If something else come up, we're going to have to include it. But until then, what was against him, he handled. So, when I look at Jay-Z, I see a businessman. That man's a whole business. Like where he at right now, he matter. Like if he put his finger on the scale for somebody, it's gonna work. I think on a side note, Drake in his mind think he Jay-Z. He's where Jay-Z at. That's why he act the way he act. And he thought stuff was gonna play out a certain way because he thought he was Jay-Z. I could put my finger on the scale and make shit shake and move. And he not that big. He never made it up there. Y'all strippers keep telling him y'all love him. No, I'll take that back. I ain't gonna blame the stripper. That's fool. Just he a goofy. But I would take Jay-Z. I mean, think about it. Hip hop was when he left. Hip hop was in a better was definitely in a better place. These last couple years, to me, sucked. It wasn't like Lil Wayne left the game, and it was, you know, he left it to these little YN. That's my little whatever. I'm high. Gotta go find some food. So, that being said, oops, great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Get at y'all.